Hi, everybody. Thank you for your patience while I move at a turtle's speed in making my updates. It was really great to get so much support and email and interest, um, making sure I was okay, just checking in. So thanks so much. It's great to know there's such a great YouTube community in existence. And I have just been really busy like everybody else has been. I'm also grown a baby, which means I've been pretty sick the past like 3 months, and I've just entered into, I'm at about 14 and a half weeks and feeling so much better, which is just wonderful. It's like, it's just great. I can walk and think and um, actually enjoy this, which is really nice. Um, and I think the other reason I didn't have a huge motivation in doing any updates is I really felt kind of stuck, like not stuck, but just done, I guess. Um, Feeling like, oh, well, for me, feeling like the whole process has been such that, Dade and I had to work through this, which we did, and then we needed to tell our family, which we did, and that both of those things have turned out really well. And then we were going to start testosterone, which we did, and then we were going to get top surgery, which we did. And so for me, I've kind of been feeling like this has all been amping up to this target, and we've hit it, and we're done. And so my motivation now to do an update is realizing that whole timeline that I had created and where I had placed the target in that process was here, and has not been played out in reality of what that has really looked like, and certainly not what that experience has been like for Dade. Um, and so kind of dealing with my own, I guess, frustrations, and I don't even know if that's the right word, but I know I've been kind of on Dade lately about like, like why isn't he happier with the results of his top surgery? Or I know your voice hasn't changed, but it will. So almost kind of that, like, get over it, it'll happen. I'm not proud of either of those things. But I guess just really coming to the realization that my transition has happened, that my process of accepting Dade as my husband and as the father of my child, and having my family accept that and starting the process, for me, that was my transition. That was what I needed to go through. And I've, done it. I've reached the end of it. All those hurdles for me are done. But for Dade, it's not, and even knowing on some level, I knew cognitively, somewhere in here, that this process was going to take like years, 3 to 5 years to really come to fruition. But that didn't play out in what was happening in other aspects of my brain. And so just really coming to terms with that. I think I wanted to have the top surgery done, and then Dade be a man, I guess, like, or accepting, or yeah, I guess accepting. I guess more like have that top surgery, and now we can finally accept this body that we're in, because it's got testosterone pulsing through it, and it doesn't have breasts. So there it is. It's now a man's body, and we can now return back to normal life. Normal programming continues now, but it's not, through discussions with Dade, realizing like it's not just about the breasts, and it's not just about the voice, and it's not just about the hips. It's the whole package, and socially being accepted as a male and looking like a male, and having strangers identify you as male, or and that's going to be a really long time. And I think my process recently has just really been coming to terms with that, and knowing, you know, um, this timeline that I created I was the only one on it, which often happens, so that's something to explore. But and so I wanted to put that in a video and just reach out to, again, other partners of trans men, just about, you know, that this is really something that you're in together for a very long time, and the dysphoria did not just disappear because the breasts were gone, which again was something that I had created in here. That dysphoria continues, and you know, although it did, I feel like, again, Dade's, you know, not like a huge external processor. Although I can note like some happiness in him, noting some changes, I can't, I guess it just wasn't at that level of expression that I thought that it would be. And maybe, you know, Dade's an internal processor, and it takes a while for him to kind of put all that in there and be able to make it into an external statement. And so I think he's just really in that place. And I don't know, I just thought we'd like cut him off and celebrate. And we are. I mean, there's celebration, you know, small ones along the way, but I guess I thought we were going to be running across that finish line, and I just, you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's an ultra, I think. It even goes beyond a marathon. And to prepare ourselves for that as our loved ones go through that, and as we go through that, because I mean, again, that's been my whole push on doing these videos, is it's not a journey that a person takes by themselves. You know, it's your, depending on your relationship, but for Dade and I'm right there on every step along the way. And I'm just realizing like it's time to you know, fuel up, because the race isn't over. It's still going. And you know, I would end all that by saying, I don't mean to be Debbie Downer on here. I hope that it didn't sound like that. I think it's I mean, I'm, you know, eternally optimistic, and I have even gotten to the point now where it's like I'm enjoying this process. I've enjoyed what it's done for my relationship with Dade, for our relationships with my parents, for Dade's self-esteem and confidence. You know, I would never want to rush it or stop it, or even wish that it didn't happen. You know, like I definitely am so thankful. But it's just a long damn process, which makes sense, you know? I guess it makes sense. It's just getting it all in there. Recalculating my timeline. I think that's what I'm doing. All right. Well, have a wonderful spring day in Oregon. It is gorgeous here. Hummingbirds and turkeys and baby deer and fruit trees are all in blossom. It's just amazing. So anyway, cheers to you and happy spring. And I will update soon.